Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome
Are
back.
you happy to be back?
I am happy to be back.
Welcome back, everyone. Everyone who have not met us, we are from Shut Up Until You Dare team. Those who have met us before, thank you for reaching out. We appreciate the feedback and the call and to say that you want us back, which makes us feel that we are doing something important. My name is Jema. I am the founder of Shut Up Until You Dare, and this is
My name is Benji.
okay. So you guys have not seen us in a while because we have gone through so many challenges. I'm looking at one
Yep.
right here.
But I'm not telling anyone.
She's not telling anybody. Nobody knows except you guys. So we're back, and so this is the second season. We do plan on facing all the challenges head on. And our first topic, and for this season, is gonna be
Self-regulation.
and emotional regulation.
Yes.
So we have a lot of that to talk about for many reasons, because one of the things we have realized we talked about is in our language, we don't have emotional language.
No, we don't.
So
When you think about self-regulation within the Haitian community, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
a whooping,
Yeah.
smacking, yelling.
Yeah. And that is so true. And why did we came up with this topic to be our first topic?
I think it was an experience between you and your daughter.
Yeah.
She was screaming in the car, and then you calm her down, and then we started talking about our time.
Yes.
So growing up, our time, the way her daughter was acting and screaming for something, we would have had a smacking really hard.
Yeah. And it was something simple. I had called you and she wanted to speak to you first. And she said she wanted to speak to you first, but I didn't hear her.
She calls me grandma.
Yeah. She wanted to speak to you first and I didn't hear her. And she started screaming and like crying and being so upset and throwing a tantrum like a 4-year-old would have. And then she's on the phone and I'm like, why are you crying? What do you need? It's like that. And then she said, I wanted to talk to her first, but you got to talk to her first, and it's not fair. I'm like, okay, I understand. All you had to do is say that. You don't have to cry. You don't have to be upset. Just use your words. And then the first thing that came to mind after I said that was, oh my God, if this was us in Haiti, we would have got smacked.
Smacked, yelled at, since we were in a car, probably hacked us, and but
Fishkane.
swing that skin of yours. But
Yeah.
here's what I had also realized, which I shared with Ben. You don't give what you don't have. We grew up not knowing, not understanding, and not having our self-regulation checked. We don't have that under control. So how can we give our kids that? So what we got exactly is what we said. We get yelled at for being a 2 or 3-year-old throwing tantrums. That's what the kids do. Please, that's what they do around that age. But when we do that, we don't have someone to teach us how to regulate. You don't have to cry. You can express what your needs are. You can say, Mom, can I talk to grandma? Because I wanted to talk to grandma first.
Yeah.
And then our job as parents is to do what?
To listen.
And walk them through the process.
Yes. To teach them self-regulation. But if we're not regulated ourselves,
And we don't know how to regulate ourselves.
how can we teach something we don't know?
We were not taught how to regulate ourselves. Right? So therefore, which is why something just came to mind right now. I remember when I was in college, and one of the topics we were talking about cultural differences and all of that. And then one of the students said, Haitians are always yelling.
Oh,
They're always
that's true.
they're always mad. And so we can call that passionate about what we're saying, but really at times we don't know how to regulate ourselves. We don't know how, the fact that we don't know. And the other thing, a recent interaction that I've had with someone taught me that sometimes we rather match the energy. What do you think about that?
Match the energy.
We match the energy and we match it with our kids.
Yes, all the time. All the time.
So you're yelling, I'm going to yell too. You screaming, I'm going to scream too.
Mhm.
Because I don't know how to regulate myself to say, okay, you're yelling, so I have to actually balance it. And
Yeah.
I am a work in progress in that one. Just to let y'all know, I have not gotten it under control yet. As being Haitian, growing up and yelling, I have grown kids, adult kids, right? So I'm still learning from others and from my own kids. Mom, that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna need to talk about the topics of it. Also gets into self-regulation when our kids call us out on our BSs.
Mm-hmm.
Does not necessarily mean that we have to jump and make them feel bad.
Nope.
What do you think about that? Because to me, it's part of self-regulation.
Yeah.
So when our kids call us out on the BS, instead of checking ourselves, what do?
I mean, we play defense. We go into defense mode instead of accepting and take accountability for what we're doing and be a role model. We'd be like, I'm the adult in this situation. You know, you do what I say, not don't do. It's my, my way or the highway type of thing. Very authoritative way of looking at it, right? Very military style, because we don't know how to connect emotionally, and that's the basics of it. We can't regulate our emotions, we can't regulate our bodies, because we don't know how to connect emotionally. We don't.
So, okay, then how do we go back? How do we, for example, myself, someone like myself, I have 5 adult kids and underage one. So how do we go back to, okay, I have to listen. How do we go back to say, I didn't learn this, now I'm learning it. So how do I implement it?
You gotta humble yourself. Just because you're the gamoon, you're the adult, it don't mean you can't learn anything. You can't learn from your kids just because they're younger than you. And you have to learn to accept everyone, everybody, kids, adult. They like when somebody can take responsibility. Even young toddlers, they may not know what it is, but how good does it feel when you say, oh baby, I'm sorry, let's try this way? How good does it feel when you say that?
I am laughing because I think in the Haitian community, for example, let me use an example. You know, I love using examples. I remember my mom, because I've seen a shift in my mom a while ago, where she was able to say, I'm sorry to us. I was not supposed to do this, so I get it now. But when she did that, a friend of hers bashed her right in front of me, because she was able to say what she did was wrong. So her friend made her feel that she was a bad parent because she humbled herself to say, I'm sorry to me. So now a lot of us Haitian parents, we don't do that because we are afraid of what somebody else parenting style. And sometimes they don't even have a good relationship with their own kids, but they judging the way you're raising yours.
So fears. So not only we can't connect emotionally, fears is one thing that's stopping us from being able to even connect emotionally. Because I don't know about you, but growing up, the values and what I see within my community in Haiti was that if I give you clothes, I give you food, I give you shelter, that's it. That's how I show you I love you. I don't have to tell you that I love you.
And they'll tell you that. They'll literally, I mean, didn't I send you to school? Don't I pay this for you? So what is it that I have to say I love you?
Yeah. And if you ask for that,
you're ungrateful.
Yes. Yes. I remember my mother telling me she loved me when I was like, I don't know, maybe 27, 26 for the first time.
How did that feel?
I just be like, yeah, okay. That was my response.
How?
She was like,
why is that?
You know I love you, right? And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Why was it your reaction?
Because it's not something I'm used to. This is the first time I'm listening to it in like 20 plus years of my life. And I don't trust her because there's a lot of things that she has been not have been able to take responsibility or accountability for things that she's done wrong. But because she's the parent, she doesn't think she's in the wrong.
She can regulate herself to
Right.
say,
I was in the wrong with this. I didn't do X and Y and Z for you. I didn't show up for you. She can't bring herself to say it. For me, I don't know about everybody else, but for me, for somebody to show me that they love me, they have to be able to be accountable. They have to be able to be accountable for their actions, for what they do to her. If you hurt somebody you love, you have to be able to take accountability. You have to humble yourself. But she's not able to do that.
But it goes back to what we're talking about. Regulate the feeling that, I'm going to be mad because I'm the parent. You have to do what I say.
Yeah.
Regulate the emotions that will come if I'm talking to my child. So what is Benji going to think about the way I talk to my 4-year-old? Sweetie, calm yourself down. You don't have to cry or scream for something you need. You have to come. I enjoy the way you interact with your kids. I've made a whole lot of mistakes with raising my kids.
Well, you didn't know any better.
At some point, I went full Haitian.
You didn't know any better. You weren't in the mental health field where you were taught. Being in the mental health field, if you're Haitian, you're in the mental health, it's the best thing you can ever do for yourself, for your soul, for your heart, because you get to learn so much about you. You get to learn how to communicate.
It is such a
being in the mental health field is the best thing you can do as a Haitian. Best thing. I mean, I don't know about other cultures, but speaking for Haitians only, it's the best thing you can do for yourself, because you're getting your own therapy by going to school for.
Actually, as true as it is, I agree with you. But it also keeps on going back to accountability, which will have a topic on that as well, because one of the things that I understand, being able to take accountability for your action, especially in raising kids, in anything, it creates a respect. That will be another topic. So how we create respect and trust in our kids by being able to self-regulate, because instead of wanting to match the energy, we were raised to feel good.
It's about control. Matching the energy is about control. Who's gonna win this battle? Remember, it's the slavery mentality that we still carry on, right?
You beat them into obedience.
Fears is stopping us from connecting emotionally.
Losing control.
Yes, and not being
because
able
if they
regulate.
don't do what we want them to do, then we're not a parent, and if we're not a parent, so we have to control
the situation.
And by controlling the situation, we have to beat them into obedience.
Yes.
And take pride in talking about
beating them into obedience.
And also the mental control, because usually when we cannot control ourselves, we want to control somebody else. We cannot control our emotions, we want to control somebody else's emotions. So the thing closer to that is our kids.
Yeah.
Right? So one thing you guys can, expect from us is also talk about the impact of that.
The lack of self-regulation.
One day I went to your house, and I think I dropped something, and she was next to me. And I said, "Oh my God, I think of her food or something." And she went, "It's okay, Grandma. It's okay. Accident happened."
Yes.
I got emotional.
Yeah, I remember.
That was a couple of weeks ago. She's almost 4, right?
Yeah.
Here's why I got emotional. Because I've seen her go now. I've seen you saying it over and over. Consistency in raising your kids means something. I've seen Benji saying to her, "You don't have to cry. Accident happened." And then she's coming to me all calm. Her food. I dropped her food. It's okay, Grandma. Accident happened.
With the whole touching and everything, soft voice. It's okay, accident.
She's not panicking.
We can clean it up.
She's just freaking out. So, and also I know, and I remember also you were paying attention to me interacting with them. one day I think they dropped something and you came back and say, "You're really not typical Haitian." You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't flinch,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't scream, you just
Mhm.
said it's okay, let's clean it.
Yeah.
This is what you put into your kids. What they seeing you do, they pick that up.
Yep. They do.
And the inability to be humble, the inability to take accountability, the
Mhm.
inability to self-regulate, it transfers back to them.
Mm-hmm.
And when we don't want to lose control, we want to match that energy.
Yep. I mean, you can think about it. Matching your energy with a 4-year-old. Who's gonna win this battle? But anyway, I just wanted to say, last thing I wanted to say is that as we're talking about this, I'm seeing the connection between gentle parent. We did do a video on something. Self-regulation is part of gentle parenting. You don't have, in the gentle parenting we're talking about, it's not about the kids being in charge.
In charge. Yep.
That's not what we're talking about. If that works for your household, good for you. But that's not what we're talking about. You still have control as a parent, but you're teaching them. This topic ties in beautifully with it. It's teaching them, seeing the moments that
by
can
teaching
be teaching
yourself.
Moments. Yes, over the edge. So every morning I'm like, okay, I'm only on 4 hours of sleep, and I have to remind myself, don't snap, don't snap, don't snap. You're only on 4 hours.
It's taking accountability for yourself as well.
And I'm like, deep breath, you got this. Every morning when I know that I don't have a good night of sleep, I
self-regulation
know,
throughout the day.
I'm like, yes, I have to, because if I don't, I'm gonna be full-blown Haitian, and I don't think they will like that.
And we don't want to be that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, just to let y'all know, we Haitian, we proud to be Haitian. Just to say that to everybody out there. I am a very proud Haitian woman.
Yes.
But we also have to face where our culture failed us.
Yes.
As parents, as individuals, as human beings. So now we have to take accountability. It's either we repeat the pattern or we take a deep breath and learn. We're going to fall, we're going to stumble, but learn in the process and say, we're not going to repeat that.
Yep.
And so, which is where Shut Up Until You're There.
The story behind what you see
comes in. Because now we are in a Shut Up Until You're There moment with our kids.
Yeah.
As I said, I have adult kids, a lot of them, and one of them is the reason for the podcast, the reason for the organization, is the reason for the story behind what you see.
Yeah.
So when you see us in the parking lot with a 4-year-old screaming and kicking, and we're not going full Haitian, the story behind what you see is that we're learning not to repeat the same pattern.
Yep.
We're learning not to do the same thing that we did not even like ourselves. But if we don't let it go, we repeat the pattern.
Yep, exactly.
And the generations to come do what?
It never breaks the chain. It never breaks the chain. It's up to us to break the chain, and it's up to us to share how we're breaking the chains for everyone else. How how you can break the chain in your own household. This is not easy, right? This is like years of learning.
Oh, believe me,
I've made mistakes.
I'm still making mistakes with my adult kids. I'm still making mistakes, and she has little kids.
Yeah, but just because I'm able to find moments to have teaching moments to my children, it doesn't mean it always happened. Don't get me wrong. I'm still human. I still flip out. I still go halfway Haitian, maybe
and
a quarter.
She still calls me to say, I'm losing it.
I'm losing it. Yeah. You know?
I'm going to lose it today with them.
Yeah.
And I would say, I'm not bailing you out.
You know, half of the time, there's just more things going on than just them. You know? But
again, the story behind what you see.
Exactly.
Before you snap, before we judge, there's a lot of things behind, not sleeping, working overnight, and having to run, this and your own practice, and so many things that can also contribute in losing, self-regulation.
Yeah, of course.
And also, while I'm talking about that, it comes to mind, and because there's so much in our Haitian culture also that is against our parents. Poverty,
Yeah.
lack of education,
Mhm.
lack of this. And sometimes when you don't have this, you can't control here,
No, you can't. It's
right?
hard.
So we're not bashing them,
No.
not because we don't understand where they're coming from, because again, the story behind
what
what
you
you
see.
see, we
Yeah.
don't judge here, but
No.
we fix what was not okay,
Yes. Yes.
while understanding there was a story.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the good way to view it is that growing up in Haiti, the Haitian culture and everything, you are using maybe, let's say 80% of your mind, and then you go into the mental health field, you're using 100% of your mind, because that 80% is all action, surviving the struggles, and you'll go, 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 go. You in survival mode. And that 20% is the emotional part that was there, but
It was never
it's
activated.
lagging. It's
Yeah.
not activated.
Yeah,
it's
not.
offline. So when we go into the mental health field, we understand ourselves because we're being taught how to express and regulate our emotions. But we won't keep you too long with this
Yes.
topic. Obviously there's so much more we can say about this topic. To recap, emotional regulations is important.
And it starts with us.
Yes,
It starts with
with
you.
us, and it's
You
important.
cannot teach your kids emotional regulation if you don't know how to regulate yourself.
Yeah.
We cannot teach them what you don't have. We get that. But if you don't have it, be humble enough to know you don't have it and learn it.
Yeah.
And we all know there's a story behind
what you see
what you see. And that's what we say, shut up
until you're there.
until you're there.